Will Show has everything you want to know. Keep up everything about sports, so you gon' catch his flow. Never be low. Check it every day, cause he gonna upload. You gonna be happy, cause you call his flow. Talking, he gonna make you even wanna talk. Might even get inspired, take it for a walk. Listen to his voice, yeah, you have a choice. But if you don't listen, you gonna be lost. Catch your attention like Randy Moss. Share it like you really just did a toss. Kick your feet up, enjoy the show like you a boss. He's gonna make you happy, so you don't worry. Like and subscribe and join the ride. Not from Alabama, but we stay roll tide. Shows every night, so you better slide. Hit the nutty zone to be on our side. It's the Will Show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Will Show. The Will Show featuring Will I Am and the Don. What's going on, the Don? What's happening?
What's up? What's up? What's going on? It's a great Juneteenth, I must say.
Yep, Juneteenth. Teenth. Way to go, guys. Hope everybody have enjoyed the off days for the people who has been allowed to have an off day. Let's just put it that way. But hey, man, another day, another great interview that is going to happen. So definitely excited about this. It's champion time, man. It's just we having
Man,
champions on the show this week, and no way to end it with another state champion from softball. So it's all good. Um, Let me tell you guys, we will be revealing after the interview the players of the week. Without a doubt, we already know what the schools are. We just got to get the players. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. But should be fun like always. Way to wrap up the baseball and the softball Kentucky High School season. So it is what it is, and want to let you guys know where to find us at pretty much everything. It's 54 Sports Network. So you're talking about Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok. You don't stop. Players Club group. I really wish we could have had another poll, but it wouldn't make sense because you guys been going over the same, a teammate, and we didn't want to do that. We wanted to take it out your hands. But thank you guys for the support, big time from the Players Club, and this pretty much all the social media. We definitely appreciate you guys. So, without further ado, let's go on and get it rolling. Today we have Anna Kemp, Henderson County High School, Class 25 softball standout, superstar, big time. Because I've heard about Anna last year,
man.
especially when I had her teammate on the show, and then been on our polls before. But how you doing, Anna?
I'm good. I'm good.
I mean, let's get to it, man. I mean, how does it feel to win the state championship? I know you guys was in the tournament last year and things like that, but you brought home the bacon, so to speak. So how's that feeling?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we made it to the state championship last year. I've been there
Mm-hmm.
4 years in a row now. Most of the girls who were on the team this year have made it there, and we just have come up short a lot of times now. So it feels good to get back there and finally get a win. I mean, we knew what it felt like to be in the championship game last year, so it was great being with being back there with all those girls and getting a win this time.
Now you're the ace. You know what I'm saying? You've been the
Mo-
ace. How
Most
much
definitely.
stress is that knowing that it's really on your arm? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you've been rocking and rolling for years now, but to go in here and like, okay, I gotta, I'm doing my job, I'm doing it well, but this is on me, and I'm gonna go home, make bring home the bacon, but also, you can be slugging too. So, but how much pressure it is as a starting pitcher, playing in the state championship game?
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad just knowing that we've all been there before and that once you're in the moment, you're so focused on what's going on that you're not too worried about everything else that's going on. But I mean, I just go out there, take one pitch at a time, focus on that pitch, that play, support. I have lots of great teammates behind my back that make really good plays. So we just all go out there, have fun, and play for each other, and it takes a lot of that stress off.
And it's funny because, like you said, about you guys been going, it's, your fourth straight year, things like that. And whenever we, look up the stats. Now, I mean, household names basically for me because I've been doing the polls for a while now, and it's like it's the same people, and I'm like, dang, she's still on the team. I mean, like, what was the makeup of the team? Like, as far as the class, is it high school seniors? I mean, seniors and juniors, or is it, you know, spread out a little bit more?
Yeah, we kind of have girls from everywhere. So we started three seniors this year. They were all great. They've added one, two, three, and then we also had. I think we had me, and then a couple. We have about five or six juniors, um, and then we have I think three sophomores and two or three freshmen that start. So we have a good balance. It was really good. We got lots of girls to get a lot of experience. So hopefully we can make another good run next year. But I think we definitely had lots of good balance, and it helped us in the long run because we had seniors and some juniors that had been there and played on that stage in the state championship game, and then obviously we carry those sophomores and freshmen with us throughout last year and this year. So getting that experience helps out a ton too.
Big time. I mean, 4 straight years. I mean that. I mean, goodness gracious, that's just all the experience you need. Especially some of these teams is haven't been in years and don't know that pressure and all that kind of stuff. Or even, staying the night. You know what I'm saying? Staying, getting ready for semifinals and all that kind of stuff like that. You guys you know, have been doing the thing, so I know that experience pays off like that. So that's definitely good. Like I said, congratulations on that big time. What was your overall record as a pitcher this year?
I think it was 25-1. I'm not sure.
Yep.
Is
That's,
that what it was, Don? You got
yeah, I
you got
just
it. You got it.
yeah.
What's her stats, man? Go on and read them stats out
Man,
for us,
I mean, she's thrown 153 innings.
Don.
She's threw 191 strikes with
Strikeouts.
25 and one. Yeah, strikeouts. Yeah. hmm She's with a record of 25 and one with ERA 1.32.
Ooh
And
wee.
another thing I looked up how bad she is. The team had 14 shutouts. She had 10 of those shutouts herself.
Mm.
They-
Yeah, that's unstoppable. Let's put it that way. She has been playing lights out for a long time. So those stats right there is just ridiculous. Who's the one team you lose that you took a loss to?
We lost to Greenwood 1-0.
Okay, okay. She probably still had a 0 ERA.
yeah, she probably went. You probably wasn't feeling good that day. You don't want to say it. You was probably feeling a little bad. Bad lunch at school. Something that hung over. Yeah,
Right, right. All that
you
It's
can
the
be
stuff.
early.
modest. That's okay.
What'd you say it was an early what?
It was an early Saturday morning.
Okay,
See,
yeah.
time right.
They forgive you. Believe me, they forgive you. It's all good. So let's learn a little more about your sports journey growing up and stuff like that.
Mm-mm-mm.
Go
So
ahead, Don.
Anna,
So
so how?
yeah, go ahead.
uh, All right, here we go. So how old were you when you started playing sports?
I would say I was about 6. I think I was definitely about 6, starting in like our little league softball fields and basketball. I play basketball too. So in like our youth ABA leagues and stuff like that. So
So is it in Henderson County? Was it like other like several different options, or it was like one league that you had to play in?
no, there was really only one league for us. Like a lot of the girls who are on our high school team, we all started there. Most of us did, unless someone came from like another city or something. But there's really only one league for all of us when we're young,
Right.
6 to 10 or so, that we all started playing in.
So pretty much these teammates that you had, you've been playing with
Yep.
them for like 10 years, 11,
Oh
12
yeah,
years type stuff.
So
oh yeah,
yeah,
I
y'all
got the
been
advantage.
together.
Over. It's over. They got the advantage. They know what everybody's doing, man. They know. They
Yeah,
know that. Oh my gosh,
they
that's.
pretty much family. I mean, you
Oh yeah.
yeah,
together that long? Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
Mm.
Woo, that's remarkable.
yeah. I mean, my catcher, Hallie McCracken, she's been catching me since I first started pitching when I was like 8 and 9. So she's been catching me forever. And then Taylor, Troutman, and Elise, I've been playing with them for as long as I can remember too, whether it was like obviously in those little leagues we played with each other, but then we played travel ball starting out together. So I played with them all the time too growing up.
Wow.
Hmm. Oh man. So well, I guess that answered that right there. So what is your best youth league sports memory?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a tough one. Um, I just remember like when we were probably 9 and 10 years old in the youth leagues, I was the only one who actually knew how to pitch and like did pitching lessons and stuff like that. So all the girls, like all my friends, would tell me that they hated when they would play against me because I was the only one who could actually throw it, and then they weren't getting the easy just front toss right to them, and then we ended up winning, I think, that year in our little league or whatever, the tournament. So it was fun.
So, yeah, I know that was tough. I mean,
Right.
but I mean, I know they're glad you're on their team. I mean, obviously, because
Right.
you've been a hell of a pitcher for a while. So, my goodness, did you play any other position besides pitcher?
Um, I just kind of bounced around. I mean, in little league, you can if you can catch it for the most part, you can play anywhere. So I'd go play. Was growing up, starting some, I would go to. I've played anywhere. I would go to outfield. I would um, play first. I used to catch before I started pitching. I actually caught. So my sister was a pitcher, um, and she one day I was catching her, and then my dad was catching her, and I was like, I want to try to pitch, and so I tried to pitch, and he said it was pretty decent, and that I should try to start pitching. So that's how I actually started pitching. So
Wow, wow.
Hmm.
So you mentioned it, and I seen it the other day that being a basketball player too. So how do you juggle that like in the let's say like with travel ball? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you go to basketball camps or do you focus on? I mean, I know you commit to Missouri. You know what I'm saying? But did you split that time like with AAU and travel ball, or how'd you do that as far as the basketball and softball?
yeah, so growing up, I would play both travel softball and travel basketball. Basketball was in the winter because we didn't really have um, like elementary to middle school basketball to play in. So I did that during the winter, and then during the summer we played travel softball. And then as you get older, my parents were like, "You're gonna have to pick one," and it was obvious that I was definitely better at softball, so that was an easy pick, and starting on with that. But it's not hard and right now dealing with it because we just go to we'll start like conditioning workouts and stuff for basketball in fall, and then on the weekends I'll have some travel tournaments, so I'll go to that, but that doesn't really mess with that schedule. And then we'll start we'll pick up high school basketball in late November. Usually we make it to state, so hopefully we'll make it to state again, but that'll end like mid to late March, and then I'll go into high school softball from there. And this year it started earlier, so they were already a week into season by the time we got back. So
Wow.
it's usually it all just bounces right into each other, and the travel season starts like I'll start tomorrow for travel season, so that starts right after high school, and so it all just kind of leads right into each other.
Do you get a break, Anna? I mean, like, is that
Don't sound
such?
like it.
Do you know what that word mean? Like, oh my gosh, do you get any downtime for yourself? Like, oh my gosh,
Like a vacation or something.
something.
Not really, but I kind of enjoy it that way. I mean, I like to stay busy, so I think it's fun to uh, do all these different sports. I mean, and like softball takes me, we'll go to California and Colorado and Florida, so I get a little bit of trip and vacation time in the midst of playing softball, so that's nice too.
Wow, that is something. And what position do you play for basketball?
Anywhere he needs me to. So sometimes I'll play guard because I can handle the ball, but I'm a little bit stronger than some other girls, so I can play post if he needs me to and go down there. whatever he needs, whoever's in the game. If certain person's in the game, then I'm a different spot almost every time. So
Okay.
Okay.
Good stuff.
So back when where did you go to middle school, or is it just one middle school, or how many middle schools in Henderson County? I don't know how it goes there, but did you play at middle school also, or was it travel ball? Just how did that go?
for softball or for basketball?
So softball.
Okay. So in softball, well, we actually have three middle schools.
Okay.
We have a North and a South, and then we have a Catholic school. So in um, middle school, they let us combine all three of them, and we play like middle school softball in the fall, because then seventh and eighth graders can play high school ball in the spring. So we do that in the fall, and I played travel ball obviously in the summer too, in the middle of that. So
Wow. Wow. Wow.
And was basketball the exact same way, just like it?
middle school basketball was like for not that long, a little bit of December or most of December, and then a little bit of January, and then if we wanted, and then we'd play travel after that until February or so, and then start softball up.
Wow. So pretty much what you're saying is that you guys are able to play middle school baseball, softball in the fall. So it doesn't, especially if you got a lot of young ladies that are good enough to play for the varsity, they are able to just transition right into the varsity Henderson County.
Yeah, which I know that I played some as an eighth grader. Our three seniors played some as an eighth grader. Maggie Grogan, our shortstop this year, she played last year as an eighth grader. She was our third baseman. So it's really good because we all get to play. That helps all of us get to play with each other too early on in a um, team atmosphere of sixth through eighth grade. So,
Hmm.
and then we'll go seventh graders on, and then some of them that are seventh and eighth graders, most of them make up our freshman team, and some of them play JV too. So that helps go ahead and get us going into
Right.
what it's like in high school softball.
Did you in middle school, knowing that you play softball and you play basketball, was it? Did you know which sport you like by then, like more? You know what I'm saying? Because some people like football a little bit more than basketball, but they play it. Did you already had your mind that I want to play softball? College softball in college versus basketball or anything?
Well, I always knew that I liked. Well, I always knew that I was better at softball. I always say that it depends on what season it is. So during softball season, my favorite sport's softball, and during basketball, my favorite sport's basketball. But the older I get, the little bit more I'm like, I actually am better at softball. Sometimes that is more fun to play just because I am better at it. So, but no, I mean, both of them, I love both of them. They're both super fun. They bring different, I think basketball's really enjoyable because it has a different kind of intensity, which in softball, as a pitcher, there's a lot more intensity than there would be as a position player. But I mean, it's a fast paced game and you're up and down all the time. In softball, you can go 2 innings without getting a ball hit to you or getting an at bat, so it can be a little bit slower. And but they both bring different aspects that are super fun about them.
Cool, cool.
All right. All right. So, what were your teams that you've played for in your AAU days? And basketball, softball. Can you remember them all? Because you've been active for a while.
Yeah, we've had so for basketball, I didn't play travel that long. I only played until I think my seventh grade year, maybe. And then it was time to get serious about softball. So I played with the local group of like Henderson girls that a lot of them still play now. We were like the Henderson Warriors or something like that because we thought the Warriors were a great basketball team. And then we went and played with some Madisonville girls, and we were the Kentucky Chaos. But then after that was my last time playing travel, and then I went to softball, obviously. And softball growing up. So me and Taylor and Hallie, we played on a Divas team, Diamond Divas team. So it had some girls from Southern Indiana on it, and then we went and played with them. And growing up, and then I went. They're both a year older than me, but Elise Rawlings, our left fielder, she's the same year as me. So we went and played on a younger Diamond Divas team, and we played together for a little bit. And then me and her went to go play with the Indiana Magic Gold team, because they were a little bit higher level, and we were starting to get more serious about it. So we went there, and then um, I went to a Louisville Sluggers team for a little bit, trying to find the my right fit with coaching and players and stuff. We had some fallouts and that kind of stuff that happens and on the travel scene. And then I wasn't really sure about my position because one of the coaches didn't really get back to me on it for Sluggers. And then um, Shannon Troutman, the head coach for our high school team, he said that I had a spot with Top Gun for pitchers if I wanted to join with that, and so I joined with that, and I've been there for the last 2 years, starting my third summer with them this year. So they've been great. They've helped me get committed and everything, and
Good.
helped me get seen. So
You know what?
That sounds great.
When we talk about travel ball and AAU ball, all that kind of stuff, everybody always talk about you play against better talent and all this stuff. So this is very interesting right here on the softball scene. As a pitcher, you know, how difficult is it facing these great talent? You know what I'm saying, compared to Kentucky. So how challenging is it when you're pitching on your travel ball team?
yeah, it's very difficult. I mean, we play at the highest level possible, so for travel ball, so you're facing top commits, girls going to Oklahoma, of course, and Texas and UCLA and all the places, SEC girls. So every time you're playing, it's a really difficult game you're playing usually, and but the coaches know that too. They know that there's only about 5 pitchers in every class that go out there and absolutely dominate and shut down all the teams and hold them scoreless. We know that the batters are a lot better than they used to be in the travel scene now. So they just look for potential and attitude and things like that get you looked at. So if they see a good pitch or something that they think they can add some velocity or spin to you and make you a great pitcher, then that's what they look for now.
Cool, cool,
Mhm.
good stuff.
They seen the potential you got. Exactly, Miss Kim. Exactly. So has even though you in Henderson County, did you think about going to any other school other than Henderson County?
No, I mean, we've grown up here, and I mean, school's only 10 minutes from me, so
Oh,
grew up playing sports with all these girls that I play with now, high school and basketball. So I think it was an easy decision. My sister came through before me. Caitlin Kemp, she's at Western Kentucky now, playing softball for them.
sweet.
So she helped kind of. We were not the best softball program for a while. I think we did pretty good in the early 2000s, and then had some downfall. But we had a really good class. Her senior class was really good. That would have been the class of 2022. So
Okay.
when they were freshmen, they started building that program up more. And Carly Keeney was Webster County, obviously. She played for Liberty and then went to Oklahoma. And there were some other great. Kaylee Tao played for Madisonville. So the competition was really, really good in the region, of course,
Hmm.
which made it hard to have a lot of success. But um, I think their sophomore year, we got more success. And then after that, we just became more of a dominant team in the region, which we have been lately.
Yeah, oh yeah, you have been. You
Yeah.
definitely
Yes,
have
ma'am.
been.
Way to be honest about it.
Big time. So, Anna, how would you
Right.
describe how would you describe your game?
Um, I would like to say I'm a little crafty. My dad's the pitching coach, so we'll go through when we really dive into what we think we can get batters on and stuff like that. I take pride in my spins. I don't throw super hard, low 60s. So just trying to work on spins and spots. And I mean, the South Warren game, we sat there and we watched lots of film over batters and had lots of game plans going into it and what we thought we could get them to miss with, whether like I'd throw a rise ball out and a hard drop ball in or something like that to just keep hitters off balance. That's how I go into every game, mix them up, mess with their minds and keep them off balance.
Now I know, especially since your dad is the pitching coach, I know you got a mound in the backyard. How long do you actually practice? Do y'all go? You got lights in the backyard too, because I know the coaching does not stop once you get home.
Well, yeah, that is true. We talk for hours after games. Why'd you throw that pitch? Or that was actually a good pitch, or something like that. But we actually just go, if I pitch at home, we've gone out, we got front, and I'll just pitch on the concrete or
Okay.
into a net, or he'll catch me. But for the most part, we don't have to do that anymore unless it's dead period. But we'll go to the high school building because we renovated our building and it's super nice now to pitch in, and he's a coach, so he's a key and it's close. So we usually just go there instead.
That's
Right.
right. You're not going home yet, Anna. Come on back here. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
All right. So I'm going to ask you. So, know you've been watching softball for a while. So, is there any particular player or softball team that you enjoy watching more than others?
I mean, I'd have to say I like watching Missouri the most, right?
I was going to say, you know what? That did sound like a trick
But
question. Once I said it,
should just say a
it did.
player, a
Right.
particular player.
Right. That's a player. That didn't sound right. Once I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry, commit. But any like star players from back in the day or recently, anything like that?
Um, I just enjoy watching it overall. I don't really know if I have a favorite player. I like watching pitchers that like Kelly Maxwell, who are really spinny and have different spots and stuff. They're fun to watch, but just watching a good pitcher who spins the ball, or watching a good team who's smart and plays the game well. I mean, I think all the SEC games are super fun to watch, and then obviously UCLA and Oklahoma and Texas, like they're great and fun to watch. So just watching softball in general, I just go out there every day, whether I'm going to like one of Western Kentucky's games, watching my sister, watching Oklahoma and Texas on TV. They're all fun to watch, and I try to pick what they're all doing and think about what the batters are going to do, what's the pitcher going to throw. Just have some fun watching them.
Taking them mental reps. Love it. Big
Right.
time. So Anna, how confident are you before the games?
I'm usually pretty confident, but I like to be nervous because I feel like I get a lot of adrenaline and it helps me throw better. So it was actually funny. I was talking to my teammates, Hallie McCracken. She's always with me. She's my catcher, and
McCracken.
it was before the Sweet 16 Anderson game and the Elite Eight McCracken County game. And like I was trying to get super nervous, and because it helps me throw better when I get out there, and I just couldn't get nervous. I don't know if it's because we'd been there before, or I felt like we should win those games going into it, but like I was like, I need to get nervous. I was trying to tell myself that we could lose that game, like anything could go wrong, and I just couldn't get nervous. But that South Warren game, I was nervous, so that helped me. But I like being a little nervous and having some adrenaline. But I'm usually pretty confident in my team once we get going and stuff. But I never know how we're gonna come out either. Sometimes we'll come out looking like we did against South Warren, or we'll have a ton of errors like we did against McCracken County. You just never know what team you're gonna get that day. So it's nice when once we get going, we usually know we feel it out. But
Right.
yeah.
That's when Haley hit them 2 home runs. What I said, McCracken,
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 McCracken.
Cracking, McCracken, crack, McCracken County. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
Yeah.
was
we
on
know
fire. Yeah,
that name. We
she
remember
won the
that.
yeah the player of the week last week. Yeah, she did her
Yeah.
thing. Yes, that's good stuff.
So, oh, I think I know the answer, but I'm going to say it the question. What is your favorite part of the game?
Definitely the adrenaline and the intensity when they're close at the end of the games. Just having, I don't know, playing with my teammates, of course, is super fun. Like your best friends going out there all the time and like getting to pitch with my catcher every day. She catches me in the bullpen all the time, every day almost. So getting to play with them, but then I like it the tight games when they're intense. So
Mm.
Let me back up some couple of questions real quick. What do you like? We had our guy Braden on here on Monday, and he had a very interesting answer to this question. Basically, what do you focus on when you're playing? Are you focus on batter's tendencies or anything like? What are you focusing on when you're playing?
So early in the season, I took over the pitch calls and called my own pitches. So
Mm,
I was
Mm.
very into trying to see where batters were in the box, if they were timing things well, if they were on or off the plate. So I like to see if I can find the weakness in the hitters. But later in the Elite Eight game, uh, I gave the pitching calls back to my dad, who usually does call the pitches, um, and went with that. So when he calls the pitches, I just really have to focus on trusting the spin and hit my spots.
was you when you was calling it? Being that I play baseball, and I know we be looking at the coaches. So you was calling. What was you giving hand signals to the catcher to let Haley know what was coming, or what? What was
Or
going on with that?
nods, or
We have a wristband, so I would just call out the pitches, and he would chart whatever. He would listen to him, and then if I felt like I didn't know what to throw, I'd look over at him, and he had a clipboard that he'd hide, and he'd signal what he thought I should throw.
Okay.
So
Oh
that
wow.
helped.
That's the
okay,
first time I've
okay.
heard that. That's great stuff like that. So we already know about the playoff run, so we're not going to touch that. How you guys have made it so many years in a row. We know that it has played a very important, uh, you know, uh, way, to you guys get the championship. All these different times you guys have played. So let me ask you this: what do you feel you need to improve on? What part of your game you need to improve on?
I would say I need to work on my mental game and getting more velo on my pitches. So that comes with just more reps and working on form and strength training. Um, so the more I do that, the harder I'll throw. And then just sometimes, it's hard when your defense makes some errors and umpire's not giving you some strikes. So
Mm-hmm.
just not letting that bother me sometimes and just keep throwing my game.
Cool.
Sounds good. Sounds good, boy. Mm, mm, mm. Let me ask you this then. Let's get off the game for a second. Let's go a different direction. What do you like to do for fun, Miss Ann? What do you like to do for fun?
I hang out with my family a lot, so they're probably all listening to this right now because we're all super close. So I'm with them all the time. We'll go swimming, we'll go eat lunch, we'll go do whatever, and then just chilling when I have free time because I don't have a lot. So just hanging out with friends,
No,
family. Um, being at home can be nice, taking naps, so stuff like that.
I bet. I mean,
right.
you working nonstop. A nap is very important. That's without a
When
doubt.
you can get it in,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
you can get it
exactly. A cat nap for real, big time.
in. Right.
So the funny thing, like I said, we had a teammate of yours on last year, and definitely familiar with the program. So um, I'll give you opportunity to talk about your teammates, some of the teammates that people do not know. In the other part, other part of the state. Henderson County, we know they love and support you, ladies, and they all know about you. But for the rest of the state who doesn't, who are some of the players that's on this team that they should know about?
So everyone I feel like definitely knows probably Taylor. But then we have, I feel like Hallie doesn't always get the recognition she deserves. She broke uh, a couple records this year. She's a great hitter, hits the ball hard almost every single time she's up to bat. And then Elise Rawlings, she was our other senior this year. She was our leadoff. She's an amazing leadoff, a tone setter. Always finds a way to get on base and works counts a lot. I don't even know how many times this year she started off games in a 3-2 count because she worked the pitcher, saw a lot of pitches, which is great in the dugout. And then I would say we have some underclassmen who definitely aren't seen a lot. Our shortstop, Maggie Grogan, she's a freshman. She plays at a really high level too. For travel ball, she'll go high level. Um, Great defender. Works hard every day. She's out there all the time on the field, hitting, taking ground balls, working on her first step, whatever it is, to get better. And then along with our second baseman, Aiden Bennett, she's great too. She's a sophomore, um, super great, an athlete, super fast. She has all the tools. She's a lefty. She can slap, bunt, hit. She'll be a great recruit too. Her and Maggie in the up the middle are probably going to be the best middle infield, if not next year, the Aiden's senior year. So they're super fun to watch. I'd keep an eye out for them. And then we have third baseman, outfielders. Braylon Risley's our center fielder, makes great reads, great plays. She's only a sophomore. She'll be there for the next couple years. Lauren Nordhaus and Isaiah Hall go back and forth between third base. They're both great. They'll both start next year. There's a lot of competition between starting roles on this team, so both of them are going to be studs in the next couple years, along with Mackenzie Berkshik.
Mm-hmm.
She's our other pitcher, my counterpart, and then
I was gonna ask you that. I was going to say who's the one relieving you when y'all got a double header or something. So
yeah, I seen that name. I seen that name.
Maybe you saw that name because she hit that home run.
Yeah, she hits good. Great hit. So I mean, I think one through and then Tanaya Shields. She transferred in from Christian County. She's our right fielder. Mm-hmm. She's only a sophomore, or she's only a freshman too. So brings lots of speed. Her and Aiden both broke stolen base records this year. So. Super fast. Everyone's just super solid all around. Not a lot of weaknesses 1 through 9. We have other great girls on the bench. Girls that are supporting every single day. The loudest people in the dugout. Best teammates you could ask for. So
let me ask you this. Especially this, because Don and I've been to several games. And the cheers be on point.
Oh, from the dugout.
Have you heard any particular cheer when you was out there pitching that you was thinking, "Damn, that's a good one"? Have you heard anything from the opposing?
Our team started yelling every time every time we'd get a strikeout in the dugout. The ones that weren't on the field would start yelling, "Put a K on it, put a K on it," getting all excited and telling them to sit down, and they get excited in there and come up with their own stuff. And then later in the year, we're starting chants that I've never even heard of, and they all know what's going on, and they got it down, that's for sure. So
that's good. I love that, man. We was like, whoa, my goodness, what they say? You try to watch the game, but you're watching them too. So it's like, oh man, it's fun, big time. So who are the coaches on the team? Who are the coaches?
So Shannon Troutman's our head coach, and then we have my dad, Chris Kemp. He's the pitching coach, and then Wes Bennett. He helps with everything. Knows what he's doing for the most part and everything. Really helps with the catchers a lot. Helps build them. And then Trevor Parker, he is hitting, fielding. He can do it all too. So they all know everything. hitting, defense, whatever it is. They got that. They got that under under control, and they help us in all that the different aspects of it.
Cool. That's good stuff. So, let's dive in a little bit more. Who's the fastest on the team?
I'd say Aiden Bennett probably. Her and Tanaya are both super fast. They had the same amount of stolen bases, but I'd say Aiden's probably a step faster.
Who's got that live arm out in the outfield that can throw somebody out at the home plate? Who will throw somebody out at home plate?
I'd say Elise definitely this year. When Taylor was out there, Taylor has a good arm too, so it could have been Taylor when she was out there.
Okay. Who's the home run hitter? Who's the best?
Out.
Hallie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, McCracken. She's cracking it. She's cracking them big time. That's
Love
good
it.
stuff. So, normally we go through a little thing, but I want to tailor this to you. So, being that, do you have any kind of superstition that you do, something that you have to do before the games or anything?
Well, I do at state. So what's funny is I actually have like a routine I have for state, but like not for my own games that are normal. So like when I was coming back up this year, I was like, okay, I have to do exactly what I did last year and then the year before, which is like I hit first. I'm like the first one to hit, and then I sit down and I watch the game and I go over what their offense is like, and then I'll hit again right before our hitting period's over, and then I'll like read a verse and pray and stuff like that, and then I'll go into get my shoes on, and then I run, stretch, and warm up throwing. So I'll do that. But like before a normal game, I guess I do always do the same routine. Well, we all sit in there and get ready or do our hair or whatever, and then we go up to the building and I'll hit and then come out there. And my catcher, she makes fun of me because I take my time and then I tell her to hurry up. So, but I do that and then run and stretch and do the same thing and get to throwing.
Is it a certain meal that you have to have before the game or after the game?
No, I mean, I'm just, something sounds good. Mom, can you get this before the game? If not, I'll just eat some after the game. So,
That's good stuff. So let me ask you, what advice do you have for someone that's interested in softball, wants to play?
sorry, can you say that again?
I will. Don't worry about it. The dog kind of scared me too.
Yeah.
I said, what kind of advice would you give, a young lady that's thinking about playing softball, but don't know, and what way should she go? Because not everybody has it, I guess, a setup like Henderson County, but they do have leagues everywhere, pretty much.
I say just do what's best for them, have fun. A lot of girls, I think, fall into what their parents want or the idea of something instead of doing what they want. So I say if you're having fun and, you love the game, then do what you want to do. If you want to play, if you want to go try to play at a high level, then find that right team that's going to get you there. If you want to play for fun and play at a lower level, then do that too. Find a travel team that doesn't travel a ton if you don't want to do that, and go play D2 wherever you want to play.
Do you own the records for strikeouts at Henderson County? I mean, if not, I guess you will by next year, right? The most strikeouts.
I don't think so. I think well, a lot of the records are held by a couple. We had two pitchers that came through, I think like 20 years ago. They hold a lot of them, which it was completely different than 40 feet, different game back then. So
Right.
I mean, we got to think
Don.
about. You got to think about. She's pitching so good. She's closing teams out in fifth inning, so you don't get a whole game. So she's
Yeah.
shutting them out.
Yeah, but she also throwing them 14 to 15 strikeouts too. So
No doubt about that. No doubt about that. No.
Let's keep it real. She's rocking and rolling. She's doing her thing without a doubt. So, but I want to thank you for joining us big time, Anna, and want to give you an opportunity to thank everybody who's been in your corner.
Yeah, thank you for having me. My parents, obviously, they've helped me get here. My family. They're at all my games. Friends, they're always cheering me on, texting me good luck. Teammates, they have my back out there all the time. Um, my head coaches, travel ball, they helped me obviously get committed to. So I mean, I have a lot of people to thank. So I'm so happy to be here, and thank y'all for having me on.
Hey, no problem. And we know that we'll definitely be seeing more of your name on the polls and winning everything like usual.
Next.
And we in Henderson County, I guess we're gonna go mark you guys back in the state for next year. Let's go on and
Next
get
year.
it.
I mean,
Let's do what?
it's
Make
already.
it six. Make it six. Make it what? 5 or 6? It'd be 6.
Five.
Make it 5. 5
Yeah.
alive. So we'll do that.
Yeah.
But thank you, Anna, and congratulations to you and your teammates and your coaches.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Hey, that's what can we say? Right? I don't think we can't say too much. I mean, it's funny because, like I said, doing the getting the stats and getting everything for the poll, man. I mean, they names really is a household names to me when I see them because their program is rolling. It is really rolling, and man, they played in the championship game last year, lost. You know what I'm saying to Ballard. They went back again and won it. And probably go back next year. Like,
Probably
when
so.
you have a dominant pitcher, come on, man, that makes a difference. Ballard had Brooklyn, who was rocking and rolling. He's at U of L. When you have dominant pitchers, it shows, and you advance because they pitched almost every game. 20, what was she, 24-1, 25-1, something you said? What was
25-1.
it?
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. I mean, goodness gracious. That's just remarkable. Remarkable. All right. Before we get out of here, let's do the winners real quick. Let's go ahead and go through. Let's get to baseball. The Will Schultz Kentucky High School Baseball Player of the Week is PRP's Kobe Howard. For the Final Four, as we call it, he batted .750. Now, Braden told us that he did everything, set the table. Well, when you go and look, he did set the table. Batted .750, a double, RBI, and 4 runs. Dude was on base nonstop. Congratulations, Kobe, for helping PRP bring home the bacon, the championship. Congratulations. Big time. All right, next up. Boom. The Will Show Kentucky High School Baseball Pitcher of the Week is PRP Grayson Roll. Got the win in the semifinals, 2 Ks. Shut out. Nothing. You're not getting anything. No. 0 ERA. Congratulations, Grayson Roll. Braden brought his name up too. Congratulations, man. PRP. Very impressive. Very impressive. And Grayson, what you did, without his performance, you don't go to the final.
Pretty much.
Now this is a unique feat on this next one. Don, this is unique. Because we're going to open and close it with one player.
I mean, can't help it. It's MVP.
The Will Schultz Kentucky High School softball player and pitcher of the week is Henderson County's Anna Kemp. We just had her on the show. She rocked the roll the interview. And nothing but a junior. So we're going to try to get her back next year. She was 2-0. Right. 2-0, in the semifinals and the finals. 13 Ks. 0 ERA. She batted .400, had a double, 4 RBIs.
What more?
And she served popcorn to the people.
Man,
she served
and
popcorn.
the MVP in the championship game.
Everything.
I mean,
this is what she does. This is what she does. Congratulations, Anna Kemp and Henderson County for a championship and maybe back-to-back in the near future. Big time. And that's why we do what we do, man. I mean, great interview. Love that. She took care of business. She was lights out. She explained it. I want to see the game tape, brother. I want to see the game tape. This is not bring your pet to podcast day. But I would like to see the game tape of her doing the calling out what she's going to pitch. I mean, as a hitter, you're like, what's going on? 4. What they talking? 3. So, I mean, and you got to mix it up because they're going to be picking up like, okay.
Right, they're going to be learning to play.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So, hey, man, it's very impressive. Thank thank Anna for coming on, for enlightening us. Thank Braden for coming on Monday. You guys have been terrific, and you guys are champions. Your schools, the administrator, all this kind of stuff, man. We really appreciate that. Big time Henderson County PRP champions. No one can take that away. What you got for the people? What you leaving the people with?
Hey, now this Ace wants to be all up on the show for some odd reason. Didn't have him locked down. Didn't have him upstairs. But let me tell you, really ain't too much. I mean, hey, with these two champions this week, I'm overthused with these interviews we had. Some great interviews. So let's look for everybody. Have a great Juneteenth. Hope everyone did. Like I said, if you had your day off, I hope you enjoyed it. And hey, look forward to the next show.
Yeah, big time. You guys make sure you kiss your loved ones, celebrate them. You just never know. Give them a hug, tell them you love them, all this kind of stuff. It's a lot of great stuff that's going on, but we never want to tell you love somebody until it's too late. But hug, love, all that kind of good stuff. Thank you guys for joining. We out of here. Peace.
It's the what? It's the what? It's the Will Show. It's the Will Show. Only thing I know, only thing for sure. It's the Will Show. It's the Will Show. Tune in every week. He gonna let you know. It's the what? It's the what? It's the Will Show. Only thing I know, only thing for sure. It's the Will Show. It's the Will Show. How's everything you wanna know? Keep up everything about sports, so you gon' catch his flow, never be low. Check it every day, cause he gonna upload. You gonna be happy, cause you call his flow. Talking, he gonna make you even wanna talk. Might even get expired, take it for a walk. Listen to his voice, yeah, you have a choice. But if you don't listen, you gonna be lost. Catch your attention like Randy Moss. Share it like you really just did a toss. Kick your feet up, enjoy the show like you a boss. He's gonna make you happy, so you don't worry. Like and subscribe and join the ride. Not from Alabama, but we stay roll tide. Shows every night, so you better slide. Hit the nutty zone to be on our side. It's the